I bought the Garmin Forerunner 55 about a month ago without doing any research, and this is what I learned. What's going on, everybody? My name is Vin Musico, and I am the founder and owner of Element Fitness, an online coaching business that specializes in wedding weight loss programs for people that want to look great and feel great for their big day. Today, I'm going to give my honest review of the Garmin Forerunner 55. I bought it on a whim. Like always, let's get after it. So let's get started. I just want to start off real quick by saying that before I bought the Garmin 55, I was an Apple Watch user. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. If you're looking at a Garmin watch, I don't recommend that you buy the 55 if you have an Apple Watch already. I would look at other models, the higher end models. This one's very inexpensive. It's not going to be what you're looking for, especially if you are doing like other workouts other than running and swimming. So highly recommend you look at other models. Today, I'm going to talk about this model specifically, but stick around if you want to hear more about this and what this one does. So I wanted to give Garmin an opportunity. I heard a lot of good things about it. This one was very inexpensive. I think it was like $130 or something like that off Amazon. And I'm going to just start off by talking about some of like the pros and some of the things that I definitely do like a lot about this watch. Like I said, I was an Apple Watch user, still am an Apple Watch user. The Garmin is a fitness watch with smartwatch capabilities. The Apple Watch is a smartwatch with fitness capabilities. So that is like the easiest way for me to explain it. You're going to get all of your phone and all of those things associated with the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch is just much superior, like in tech, versus the 55. So I bought this thing on a whim, wanted to give it a shot. I did no research before I bought this. So let me show you what I saw right off the rip, what I experienced, what I didn't expect, what I did expect, things like that. I'll go through the pros first, and then I'll talk through some of the cons. Pro number one, the battery life on this thing is nuts. That right off the rip was super cool for me. This gave me the ability to wear this at all times of the day. I can wear it when I sleep. I can wear it for multiple days straight. And I didn't really have any problem with the battery versus my Apple Watch, which was dying on a daily basis. I had to charge it every single night before bed and throughout my night, every night. So this thing was dying really quickly, still does, but the battery life on this is insane. It lasts me like 14 days. I've been using this thing for probably the last 2 weeks. I still have some percentage, still have some battery life. It's coming to the tail end, but really awesome. Something I really wanted and that I actually love about this watch that I didn't get from the Apple Watch, it has the body battery, which I really like to see. I wanted to see what level my body's energy was throughout the day. So I really wanted to get something like this so I could see that. You could add it to your display. You could see it at any time of the day. It's cool to track what your body's energy actually has. Next is the sleep capabilities. So like I said, I was an Apple Watch user. This thing dies on me every day, so I have to charge it throughout the night. I wasn't really using it for sleep. So I wanted something that I could track my sleep with, and this was a great option. So I could wear this through my night. I could see my REM sleep. I could see my deep sleep, my light sleep. I could see times of the night that I was waking up, and I could see that sleep score. So I really liked that about the Garmin watch. Something I really wanted. It allows me to do that. Another pro that I did like about the Garmin was if you use a Garmin heartbeat monitor, it very easily links with the watch. It'll pick it up right away when you put it on. I do like to use a heart monitor when I'm running or doing any cardio activity. The monitor will just give you more accurate statistics, which I do like. It's not necessary. It's a nice to have, but it did really pair easily with the watch. You just go on the watch, you select your paired devices on the Bluetooth setting or whatever it is, and it quickly links up with it. So when you start your workout, you'll be getting your heart rate statistics from the monitor versus the watch. If you're not too worried about your heart rate statistics and things like that, it's not like a necessity. The heartbeat monitor on the watch is fine as well. But I just like that because it's a little bit more accurate. You can put it on the chest and it looks cool. Now, it is wintertime. I haven't been running as much. I haven't been outside doing like other activities quite yet with the Garmin. So it's a little too early to tell for me if there are other pros. But I did notice a few cons, I guess you could say, about this model. I know that other Garmin models do not have some of these cons, but this one is just a cheaper version. And these are the things that I wasn't expecting because I did no research. First thing I realized right off the rip, it is not touchscreen. My Apple Watch is touchscreen. I don't know why I thought it was going to be touchscreen. I didn't do any research. I got it, realized quickly it is not touchscreen. You have to use buttons to maneuver through all of it. If you have to go to the menu, start a workout, whatever it is, you have to use the buttons. Second con, this is good for biking, running, swimming. If you are doing a workout of any other kind, going to the gym, lifting weights, doing a high rocks training, or whatever it is, this is not your best option. Those aren't even workout options on this watch. The Apple Watch, if you do different types of workouts, playing pickleball or rowing or basketball or whatever it is, hockey, Apple Watch is going to have way more options for that. The Garmin 55 has very little options. It's good for running, good for biking, good for swimming. That's about it. The next con, which I did know about, was that you cannot control your music with this watch. With your Apple Watch, you can run around, you can leave your phone behind if you want. This watch is not going to give you that capability. You cannot control music. Isn't a make or break thing. If you don't use music, then it's fine. But technically, if you're moving from an Apple Watch, that could be a big con. The next con was changing the display of the watch. There is a Garmin app where you can select a bunch of different watch faces, but those watch faces absolutely deplete the battery so quickly. I do not know why. I keep this on like the dimmest mode possible. And even on the lowest dim with those custom watch faces, it was killing the battery. So you have to stick with the default watch face if you want to take advantage of that long battery life. And the last con that I would say, if you're moving from an Apple Watch, you're probably so familiar with like a smartwatch. This just isn't that smartwatch. You can't respond to text messages. The text message mode, like I just got one just now, it just like vibrates. It'll like show like a little display of like what the text is. But other than that, it's like about it. You can't do calls. It's kind of like just clunky. And I wouldn't say that this is the most smart watch. Like I said earlier, it's more for activity and fitness related activities versus like actual smartphone activities. Now, if you don't have any watches at all, you don't have an Apple Watch, you don't have Garmin, and you're looking to get a new watch and you're a runner, this is a great option, especially if you're just running. This is just going to be a great option. It's cost effective. You're going to be able to track your sleep. It has a good battery life. You're going to be able to track your runs, your zones, all of those things. So it is a great option if you are brand new to running. If you're looking for just like the minimal statistics and readings, then this is going to be a great option. And a pro that I didn't mention, it's a pretty cool looking watch. I do like that it's a circle face. You get the square face with Apple, so it is nice to change it up a little bit. The band is pretty comfortable. On the back side, you can pop these off. You can replace them with different bands. It's a little bit different than the way Apple Watches work, but pretty simple. Now I can't get it back in. Go figure. Not a con, not really a pro, doesn't really matter, but the charger that it utilizes is a charger that you most likely do not have unless you have this watch. So that's one thing. If you lose the charger or forget the charger and it's dead, you probably can't find the charger that you need for this anywhere else. You got to order one or something. You're like, no one's going to have this in your backpack. So kind of a con, doesn't really matter. Haven't used it for any water sports yet, and I will get a better idea of like how useful this is for me in my training when it's a little warmer out and I can do those longer runs and things like that when it's just not 9 degrees outside. Now, one tip, if you are an Apple Watch user and you do want to get this, I'll tell you one thing that I absolutely do love this watch for and how I use it every single day. I work fully remote. I'm on a computer 9, 10 hours a day. And a lot of the day I am walking on my walking pad. And the issue that I was dealing with was I was using my Apple Watch. I'm typing, I'm walking on my walking pad, and it's not tracking my steps. So what I did, I linked the Garmin app to my Apple Fitness app. So I get all of the statistics, but I turned off steps for my Apple Watch and I put this on my ankle, and it allows me to get a more accurate reading of how many steps I'm doing per day. That is one really nice thing that I liked. You could do it with the Apple Watch, but if I did it with the Apple Watch, then I wouldn't be able to see notifications when I get it. So I leave this thing on my ankle. Then I use the Apple Watch. If I get a message or anything, I can check my phone. I can check the time, whatever it is. So that is one nice to have that I have with this that I didn't really expect. I didn't know I was going to use it that way, but I quickly realized that this isn't the smartwatch for me. It's just not smart enough, and that's plain and simple. So I do use it as a steps tracker. That was very beneficial for me. So that's cool. I know that I didn't go super into the actual capabilities of the watch. It was more of just the pros and cons that I witnessed when I first bought the watch, and I've only been using it for about a month, so I know there's still things that I probably haven't even utilized yet. But again, if you are looking and you have an Apple Watch, I would look at the other models. Unless you are looking for something that is just super simple and you're only tracking runs, bikes, or swims, this might not be the option for you. There are plenty of other Garmin options. There's so many different models, ones that are way more expensive, ones that just weren't in my budget for a Garmin watch. But it is a really great watch. It's a simple watch. If you don't own a smartwatch already, then this might be a really great tool for you when in your training. But if you're doing a lot of weight training, things like that, this might not be the best option. If you liked this video, please drop a like and subscribe. If you have any questions about the watch, drop a comment and I will respond. It was my first review video, so probably not my best, but like always, let's get after it.